putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, everybody? How's it feel to have the left by the short hairs? Glad you guys are here. Kevin Jackson Show is what you're listening to. KJRadio.com. If you want to give me a call, 844-551-8255. We got them by the short hairs. We got them running around. They don't even know which way to look. They are still trying to run interference on the truth, and it's not working. They don't know how to act. That's because of you. You were smart enough to get them running, boy. Woo! God bless the conservative movement. God bless the USA. That was a little, what was that? Kind of like a little bit of Elvis and, I don't know, a little bit of Lee Greenwood, but with a touch of Elvis at the end of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Priscilla, you with me? Boom! Chelsea Clinton funneled $1 million in federal contracts to her friends, and you thought little Chelsea was all innocent. You know, because she got married. She's popping out little grandbabies for Hillary, for crooked Hillary and crooked Bill. Oh, I'm so happy we have a grandbaby because now we look more, we don't look like we just go around killing people. Because we used to go around just killing people. And now you got grandbabies, just can't, people don't look at you as killers. They position Chelsea as angelic. I'm surprised they're not telling us that Chelsea had an immaculate conception. These babies are born of God in a manger. Go to some black church. Show Chelsea out there in the hay. Oh my goodness. When the Clintons, when they added their daughter to the foundation, they didn't need her help. I mean, look, if you set something up as a charity and you're you're the Rockefellers, and you say it's the Rockefeller Foundation, you don't go, well, we're also going to include little Bobby and little Billy and little Susie, little Rockefeller. You just call it the Rockefeller Foundation. Everybody understands it's the family foundation. And as the kids mature, then little Bobby, little Billy, little Cindy, David, whatever, I don't know all the Rockefellers, but all those rich white kids can now say, yeah, we're part of the Rockefeller Foundation. You don't have to say that. We're the Rockefellers. Most places that would be a funny, strange name, but not in America. You say Rockefeller. If I was, if the Rockefellers weren't rich and you didn't know them, I was like, yeah, my name's Kevin Rockefeller. What kind of name is Rockefeller? I would get ridiculed over that. But nope. I'm part of the Rockefeller Foundation. Oh, you are? Old money. Yeah, people would be all excited. And the Clintons wanted to be that. They wanted to go from, cornbread, inbred, cornbread eating. Yeah, cornbread eating, inbred, country trash, white trash. Okay, I said it. To a sophisticated couple that has its own foundation, the Clinton family foundation, the Clinton Foundation. Yes, indeed. And Chelsea, they didn't need her. Yeah, but they did it. They added Chelsea to the foundation. Let me put it a different way. Chelsea brought no expertise to the foundation. The expertise needed was Bill Clinton, former president, who had all the connections, and Hillary to run interference in the State Department. State Department Hillary. Crooked Hillary and crooked Bill. Boom. That's all they needed. What in the world's going on out there? But in order to feel, to give the foundation that little touch, that little thing that made people forget about the worldwide connections to thieves and scoundrels and the interference that the State Department could run, they needed little Chelsea. Mommy and Daddy Dearest would make sure that the other stuff got taken care of, but Chelsea's job was to look innocent. She was just supposed to be innocent. Because the Clinton Foundation, it was established to help the widows and orphans, who better than little Chelsea to do that? But, as we've learned now, the apple doesn't fall too far from the trees. And Chelsea may not be quite as innocent as we thought she was. Now, I've been saying this for a while. I remember they said Chelsea actually tried to blow the whistle on some of the things in the Clinton administration, but she did it unknowingly. It was like, well, what are we doing this, Mom and Dad? And they were like, hey, Chelsea, now it's best not to ask too many questions. Bill Clinton was, well, Chelsea, you can't know everything that we're doing over here. There's a lot of things that are above your pay grade. Yep. Widows and orphans. During Hillary Clinton's tenure as Secretary of State, more than $11 million of federal contracts were awarded to a questionably legitimate think tank, which is owned and operated by Chelsea Clinton's best friend, her BFF. Jacqueline Newmeyer, whom Chelsea says is her best friend, owns and operates Long-Term Strategy Group, LTSG. Over the past 10 years, LTSG has been awarded more than $11 million from a Department of Defense think tank known as the Office of Net Assessment, the ONA. Long-Term Strategy Group has a virtually non-existent website, no security clearances, yet to date they've received $11.2 million in federal contracts, and this is according to usaspending.gov. You are free to go check that out. I went and looked. I was like, well, I want to see this for myself. I don't know if this is true. I presume it's true. And it is true. They're all listed there. $1 million Department of Defense in 2009, 624. Another 1.2 million, 1.3 million in that one. 1.2 million in 2008. 297,000 2011. 228,000 in 2013. 215,000 2015. And these are I would be guaranteed, pretty much these are what they call IDIQ contracts, indefinite quantity, indefinite delivery contracts, probably given under the auspices of the SBA, small women-owned businesses, is what I'm guessing. Stories swept under the rug for the most part by the media, broke during Hillary Clinton's run-up to her butt-kicking by Donald Trump, but the fake news media would not implicate little Chelsea. The conservative outlets have reported on it. The Free Beacon reported on it in October of 2016. Here's what they said. Former Secretary of State sought to arrange Pentagon and State Department consulting contracts for her daughter's friend, prompting concerns of federal ethics rules violations. Clinton in 2009 arranged meetings between Jacqueline Newmeyer Deal, a friend of Chelsea Clinton, and the head of the Defense Consulting Group, Long-Term Strategy Group, with Pentagon officials that involve contracting discussions, according to emails from Clinton's private server made public recently by the State Department. Clinton also tried to help Deal win a contract for consulting work with the State Department's Director of Policy Planning, according to the emails. Deal is a close friend of Chelsea, who is vice chair of the Clinton Foundation. Emails between the two were included among the thousands recovered from a private email server used by Secretary of State between 2009 and 2013. Chelsea Clinton described Deal as her best friend. Both Clintons attended Deal's 2011 wedding. And I bet it was a grandiose one because Deal had locked in deals at that point that had netted her company millions of dollars. People in her company had to be going, this chick is delivered. Yeah, but they didn't want you to know this. They didn't want you to find this out. It's like that picture of Barack Obama with Farrakhan. Did you see that picture? That picture was taken with Barack Obama, Farrakhan, and members of the Congressional Black Caucus. Barack Obama said to them, you can't show this picture privately or I might not become president. Then he wins the primaries and he still says you still can't show it. And 8 years later, they declassify the picture and show him hanging out with a guy who wants to see the destruction of the Jews, who says white people are the devil. Now they let you see it. Oh, man. And we have to recover. Hillary Clinton said, no, the emails that I discussed, the emails that I hid or I got rid of were things that have to do with Chelsea's wedding. They had to do with my yoga. They had to do with, personal issues or whatever. And she said supposedly they were going to keep these dividing lines between the Secretary of State and the Clinton Foundation. An obvious lie because those lines aren't even, to say they're blurred is ridiculous. They don't exist. And we find out again, how through FOIA, Freedom of Information, not because Hillary cooperated and said, I'm going to give you everything I have. No, she hid this. And you can bet these contracts are just a percentage of what other bigger contracts are getting, because this lady's probably an MWBE, a minority woman-owned business enterprise, according to the SBA, and that's how they're letting her do this. And companies are benefiting by saying they're doing business with the LTSG, and when in fact they're not doing business with them. It's a pass-through. I'd hire forensic accountants to look at every deal done by the Clintons if I was the president.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.